Welcome to the Reliance Vision Single Chamber Washer Disinfector in-service training program. STERIS has developed this program to help you learn how to properly operate and maintain your Reliance Vision Single Chamber Washer Disinfector. This program is presented in 3 easy-to-understand segments. Segment 1 briefly explains the basic information and required knowledge that are essential for decontaminating surgical instruments and equipment. Segment 2 shows how to operate the Vision Single Chamber Washer. And Segment 3 reviews routine care and maintenance. This presentation is not intended to be inclusive of everything you need to know or do with respect to the use and care of this washer disinfector. Before viewing this training program, you must read all available literature provided by STERIS, including the Vision Single Chamber Washer Operator Manual. If you have not read these materials, ask your supervisor for them. If you're unclear about anything contained in the instruction manuals or this video program, contact STERIS Corporation for clarification. Now that you have read the operator manuals, you may start the in-service training. Decontamination is a process that physically, thermally, or chemically removes potentially infectious organisms from surgical instruments and devices, making them safe for handling, use, or disposal. Decontamination consists of 2 main procedures: cleaning surgical instruments and devices, then disinfecting them for safe handling before they are further processed, and then terminally sterilized. The cleaning step is very important because an item can be clean without being disinfected or sterilized, but it cannot be disinfected or sterilized without first being clean. The decontamination area, or decontam, is located in your facility's sterile processing department. This area is physically separated from other areas in the SPD to prevent contamination of clean items and work surfaces. Decontam supplies and equipment should be stored separately from the prep and pack areas. Always wear your personal protective equipment when working in this area. Decontamination includes these general steps: sorting instruments and devices after a surgical procedure, transporting them in the appropriate containers to decontam, pre-cleaning, which involves disassembling instruments and devices that have more than one part, manual, mechanical, or sonic cleaning and disinfecting, and inspecting instruments and devices for any signs of rust, stains, corrosion, or damage. Refer to all equipment manufacturer recommendations on cleaning before processing surgical instrumentation. Also, make sure you understand and follow your department's cleaning and decontamination policies and procedures. For additional information on cleaning and decontamination standards and practices, STERIS Corporation recommends that you review the guidelines published by industry associations such as AAMI, AORN, and ISHM. Let's review what we've learned in this segment. Decontamination involves 5 steps: sorting, transporting, pre-cleaning, cleaning disinfecting, and inspection. Cleaning is the most important step, removing all soils and debris from instruments and devices. Always wear the appropriate personal protective equipment. Always follow your department's procedures. Before you begin operating your Vision Single Chamber Washer, it's important to become familiar with the location and function of the major components and controls. The Vision Single Chamber Washer features an ergonomic design and easy-to-use control screen. The load, or dirty side, features a control screen, chamber door, and access panels for performing maintenance. The unload, or clean side, houses a control screen, a second chamber door, and a printer for documenting each cycle. Inside the chamber are the rotary spray arm assemblies, rack manifold coupling, and a debris screen. The power switch is a rocker switch located above both the load and unload side touch screens. Never power down the washer in mid-cycle mode. This main power switch is also used as an emergency stop switch. The power must remain off for 8 minutes in order to completely shut down the PC control. The Vision Single Chamber Washer features an intuitive PC control system, which includes easy-to-use user icons and a touchscreen. The control system monitors the operation of the washing cycles and all critical cycle parameters. The Vision Single Chamber Washer can process a wide variety of loads using the 6 pre-programmed cycles, and it allows for custom cycle creation as well. Pre-programmed cycles include instrument, utensil, plastic goods, gentle cycle, orthopedic, and decontamination. We'll discuss the control screen functionality in more detail in the next section. We've reviewed the important components. Next, we'll walk through a complete reprocessing cycle. Before processing a new load, you'll need to perform a few preliminary steps. First, open the load side chamber door. Make sure the chamber is empty and the debris screen is clean and in place. Inspect the spray arm assemblies to ensure there is no blockage and that movement will not be obstructed during the cycle. Then close the door. On the unload side, the clean side technicians should check to see if there is enough paper in the printer. Now you're ready to load the next rack to be processed. Close the chamber door and switch the cycle back to automatic. Use a rack that was designed for the types of instruments you're going to process. You should be using the Vision IntelliLoad manifold racks designed for Steris washer disinfectors. Reference Steris Tech Datasheet SD880 for complete rack details. Be sure that all instruments and devices are inside the tray. Never place anything on the rack itself. When the Vision single-chamber washer IntelliLoad rack is fully utilized, it can hold a maximum load of up to 135 pounds. Connect any required hoses for cannulated instruments according to the equipment manufacturer instructions and the instructions in the Vision single-chamber washer operator manual. Now you can load the rack onto the transfer cart. Lock the transfer cart into place and carefully load the rack into the chamber. Now you're ready to initiate the cycle. Our PC Control touchscreen and pre-programmed cycles make it easy to start a cycle and track its progress. The Vision single-chamber washer is equipped with two PC Control System touchscreens, one on the load side and the other on the unload side. Identical information is displayed on both touchscreens. These screens are touch-sensitive, color graphic screens. The operator on the clean side can only silence an alarm and open or close the unload door using the unload or clean side touchscreen. All other actions are performed by the technician on the dirty side using the touchscreen. An audible warning system is provided to alert the operator when necessary. The large screen displays critical information such as cycle status, cycle performance, chemical injection, and other critical parameter assurance. And the time remaining countdown is visible from across the room. The control screen displays a different background color to indicate the cycle's progress. A complete list of control screen buttons and their functions can be found in Section 3 of your Vision single-chamber washer operator manual. The washer disinfector has 4 operation modes. Ready, which is the main mode. You can access all other modes from this screen. Cycle, which is used to initiate a processing cycle. Supervisor, which allows your supervisor to customize or create cycles. And Service, which allows a Steris service technician to perform maintenance and troubleshoot any equipment issues. To initiate a new cycle, select Cycle from the Ready mode on the control screen. Select the appropriate cycle. Use the arrows to see additional choices. Remember to choose the gentle cycle when processing delicate surgical instruments. The washer automatically enters the first phase of the selected cycle. Typically, there are 5 to 6 phases per cycle, depending on the chemicals you use. During each cycle, the control screen displays the cycle status and time remaining. You can also monitor the cycle parameters by pressing the Details button. Press Close to return to the main cycle status screen. Occasionally, a warning or an alarm occurs during a cycle. If a warning occurs, press Warning on the control screen to review the details. To fix the issue, refer to the Warning Messages chart in Section 7 of your Vision single-chamber washer operator manual. Once the problem is resolved, resume the cycle. The warning will appear on the printout at the end of the cycle. If an alarm occurs, press the Alarm Ready button to acknowledge the alarm and silence the buzzer. Again, refer to the Alarms Messages chart in Section 7 of the Vision single-chamber washer operator manual for how to fix the issue. Once you have resolved the alarm, press Resume to continue processing the load. The cycle returns to the beginning of the uninterrupted phase. If the alarm requires you to abort the cycle, press Abort. The water is automatically drained and the PC control screen returns to Ready mode. If a cycle is aborted before the thermal rinse phase is completed, the load can only be removed or accessed from the load or dirty side to ensure that there is no cross-contamination. Your supervisor must log in to open the load side chamber door. The cycle printout records the warning and alarm information and whether or not the cycle was resumed or aborted. If you need to pause a cycle, press Stop on the control screen. Then press Resume to continue the cycle. If you need to abort a cycle without receiving an alarm, simply press Stop, then Abort. Once the cycle is finished, a signal sounds and the chamber door on the unload side opens. The PC control screen displays the cycle completed screen. A detailed printout is generated to document the cycle, including any warnings or alarms that occurred. Lock the transfer cart into place and carefully unload the rack from the chamber onto the cart. Be sure to clean up any water spills to prevent injury. As mentioned earlier, this washer comes with a set of pre-programmed cycles. Each phase within a cycle has its own parameters which can be modified to better accommodate your department's processing needs. Customized cycles can also be added. Only a supervisor can modify a pre-programmed cycle or add a new one. Start by logging in to the supervisor screen. Select the appropriate supervisor login name, and then press Enter. Type in your password and press Enter. The PC control screen is now in supervisor mode. From here, you can either modify a pre-programmed cycle or customize a new one. Refer to Section 5 in your Vision Single Chamber Washer Operator Manual for details on what attributes can be modified and what ranges are allowed. To modify a cycle, press Cycles. Then Modify Cycle, and use the arrow buttons to navigate to the cycle you want to modify. Here you can lock or unlock a cycle, change a barcode number, or modify a phase. Once you've made your changes, press the Close button until you return to the desired screen. You can create a customized cycle by modifying the parameters of a phase, or by adding or removing a phase. To create a customized cycle, press Cycles, then Modify Cycles. Scroll until you find the cycle you want to change. Then select that cycle. Next, press Modify Phases. Then select which phase you'd like to modify. Follow the instructions to modify the parameters. Keep in mind that to help ensure safe and effective operation, not all cycle parameters can be modified. Refer to the cycle description charts in Section 5 of the Vision Single Chamber Washer Operator Manual. Once you have made the appropriate changes, press Close. Any changes you've made will automatically be saved. Continue to press Close until you've reached the desired screen. To add a phase, select Add Phase from the Modify Cycle menu. Then scroll to the phase you want to add. Select Add Phase. When you've finished, press Close. To remove a phase, select Remove Phase. Scroll to the phase you want to delete, and then select Remove Phase, and press Close. You can also create a customized cycle by copying a cycle, changing its parameters, then naming your new cycle. From the main Cycles screen, choose Copy Cycle. Then select the cycle you'd like to copy. Press the Backspace button until the cycle name has been erased. Type in the name of the new cycle in the Modify Cycle screen. The PC control screen stores all of your preferences and customized cycles. If you experience a power failure or need to unplug the washer, you won't have to reprogram the cycles. To effectively monitor the parameters of your Vision Single Chamber Washer, STERIS recommends using the Verify All Clean Test Washer Indicator on a daily basis. Professional standards organizations recognize the importance of monitoring your mechanical and chemical cleaning process. The Verify All Clean Test Indicator ensures the essential parameters, time, temperature, chemistry, and impingement have been appropriately achieved. Let's review what we've learned in this segment. The easy-to-use PC control screen lets you initiate, track, and document each cycle. Cycles can be modified or customized by your supervisor. Always wear the appropriate personal protective equipment when loading and unloading the racks. To prevent injury, be sure to clean up any water spills immediately. To keep your Reliance Vision single-chamber washer in excellent condition, it's important to clean and maintain it regularly. Let's review the maintenance activities that you'll need to perform on a daily, weekly, or as-needed basis. A maintenance schedule can be found in Section 6 of the Vision Single-Chamber Washer Operator Manual. Where indicated, some maintenance activities should be performed by a qualified service technician. The Verify All Clean Test Washer indicator is to be used in an empty instrument cycle to establish a control based on the level of assurance required. Once a control has been established, you can also run the All Clean Test indicator in a load with instrumentation and devices to provide an additional level of assurance. Place the indicator in the All Clean Washer indicator holder and then place the holder into a wire basket. Orient the holder as shown, with one of the soil stains flat on the wire basket and the other oriented vertically. Place the basket into a rack for processing. Run a regular instrument cycle on the Vision single-chamber washer. After running a complete cycle, remove the holder from the tray or basket. Then carefully remove the All Clean Test indicator strip from the holder. Place the plastic film against the white background of the All Clean wall chart and inspect the indicator for evidence of soil. Compare the results against the samples of the All Clean wall chart to determine the cause of action. If the soil remains visible to the naked eye, the result is a fail. Every day after the last cycle has been completed, you'll need to rinse off the debris screen. First, you must allow the washer to cool down. Wear appropriate PPE before performing any cleaning or preventive maintenance. Remove the debris screen while it's still wet. Rinse it under running water. Replace the debris screen. Once a week, you'll need to clean the washer. Wipe off the water outlet connection. Run the decontamination cycle, and clean the outside of the chamber. To wipe off the water outlet connection, remove it from the chamber. Disassemble it and wipe all of the surfaces with a wet cloth. Before you replace the outlet connection, wipe down the stainless steel port inside the chamber. Replace the outlet connection and close the chamber door. You'll also need to clean the inside and outside of the washer disinfector once a week. For regular stains, use a general-purpose non-abrasive cleaner. For stubborn stains, use a stain remover and polish made for stainless steel surfaces. Apply the cleaning agent to a damp cloth or sponge. Wipe the outside surface in a back-and-forth motion in the same direction as the surface grain. Continue to wipe until the cleaning agent is no longer visible. Polish the surface with a clean, dry, lint-free cloth. Next, wash the inside of the chamber. Using a moderately alkaline detergent solution on a damp cloth or sponge, wipe off the surfaces in the same direction as the surface grain. Again, remove any stains with either a general-purpose, non-abrasive cleaner or a stainless steel stain remover. Rinse surfaces thoroughly with tap water. Then, dry them with a lint-free cloth. Finally, once a week, you'll need to run the decontamination cycle. This helps reduce scale buildup in the chamber and to disinfect the chamber and prevent biofilm from building up inside the chamber, pipes, and filtration system. Before running this cycle, be sure to wear the appropriate personal protective equipment. First, open the chamber door and pour 14 ounces of descaling solution into the chamber sump. Next, load an empty manifold rack into the chamber. You can use a 2-level, 3-level, 4-level, or 5-level rack. Choose the decontam cycle on the control screen. The cycle starts automatically. When the cycle is completed, a signal sounds and the unload side chamber door opens. Lock the transfer cart into place and unload the manifold rack. Rinse off the debris screen, replace it, and then close the chamber door. Some maintenance activities occur on an as-needed basis. This includes replenishing the processing chemicals and replacing the printer paper and ink cartridge. To replenish a chemical container that is low or empty, first be sure to wear your personal protective equipment. When it's time to change the chemistry, the low-level sensor will trigger an alarm, indicating when the chemical levels are too low. Open the new container and set it in close proximity to the container you're going to replace. Note that the tubes are color-coded to correspond with their appropriate Prolistica Ultra concentrate containers. Check to make sure you're selecting the correct chemical. Once you have verified the correct chemical container, insert pickup tube and sensor into the new container. Finally, replace the old container with the new one. For safety reasons, never empty any remaining chemical liquid into the new container. When you see a colored stripe on one or both edges of the paper, it's time to install a new roll. First, open the printer door. Tear the paper between the take-up spool and printer. Remove the paper from the take-up spindle. Open the inner printer door and gently remove the other half of the paper roll. Insert the new roll, making sure it feeds downward from the backside of the paper roll. Press the paper feed button to advance the paper about 18 inches. Insert the end into the take-up spool slot. Rotate the take-up spool a few times to make sure the paper is secure. Reinstall the take-up spool and manually roll up any paper slack. When the lettering on the printouts become faded, it's time to change the ink cartridge. First, tear the paper between the take-up spool and the printer. Open the inner printer door. Press on the right side of the ink cartridge until the left side pops out. Remove the old ink cartridge and insert the new one, left side first. Then push the right side in, snapping the cartridge into place. Rotate the printer ribbon wheel 1/4 turn. Then reinstall the paper on the take-up spool. Close the printer door. Regularly scheduled preventative maintenance is essential for ensuring peak performance and avoiding unscheduled downtime. Certain preventative maintenance activities must be done by a STERIS service technician or a STERIS-trained service technician in your facility. These activities include inspecting and cleaning the rotary spray arm assemblies, HEPA filter verification and replacement, and chemical injection pump and squeeze tube verification. To schedule a maintenance appointment with a STERIS service technician, call 800-333-8828. As the pace of the healthcare environment increases, so do the demands on your SPD. Our professional field service technicians are available 24/7 to resolve any maintenance issues that may occur. STERIS also offers 4 on-site preventive maintenance programs. These programs are designed to help ensure your equipment will operate according to factory specifications and to protect your capital investment. STERIS Vision single-chamber washers are equipped with remote monitoring capability. This service allows you to be connected to the STERIS ProConnect Online Center, which continually monitors your washer disinfector to improve troubleshooting, technical support, and provide proactive repairs when necessary. Ask your STERIS representative for details on these valuable programs. Let's review what we've learned in this segment. Performing routine maintenance keeps your Vision single-chamber washer operating properly. Replenish chemicals, printer paper, and printer ink as needed. Some maintenance activities must be performed by a qualified technician. STERIS service technicians are available 24/7. STERIS's valuable preventive maintenance programs help save you time and money. This concludes the training program for the Reliance Vision single-chamber washer disinfector. For more information about the presentation you've just seen, or to order supplies or accessories, visit STERIS.com or contact your STERIS account representative. STERIS, helping to provide a healthier today and a safer tomorrow.